here. This is the first time I'm actually doing some political commentary on one video, one of the funniest videos I've ever seen lately on the Young Turks. It seems like the Young Turks do not want to vote for Democrats. That is hilarious, considering the fact that for the longest time I've been telling Democrats that their own party base doesn't give a shit about about them at all. They don't give a crap about them at all. That's the same thing with Blexit. Blexit, you know, the black exit of the Democratic Party. Why? Because the Democratic Party has abandoned African Americans. They have abandoned African Americans and pretty much keeping them on the plantation is what Larry Elder has been saying all along. Now, now, the Young Turks are angry because Roe v. Wade is going to be overturned. Yes, that's right. Roe v. Wade, a bullshit case put together because a woman faked a rape. She actually didn't get raped. Nothing happened to her. She even gets interviewed on the news, national news, and says it never happened. This is ridiculous. I mean, come on. Basically, what this is going to do, overturning Roe v. Wade, what it does is it basically negates a bullshit rule, a bullshit ruling based on a false rape. And this false rape is, well, basically what it does is it's basically going to bring the rights back to the states. The states will have the right to decide whether or not their people are going to have an abortion, whether or not they're going to fund abortion. That's what's going to happen. That's all there is to it. It's not taking away the rights of females to have abortions. In fact, by any chance, if a female still wants to have an abortion, if it's illegal in Kentucky, but it's legal in Illinois, they can just go to Illinois and have the abortion. What the hell's wrong? I mean, what's the point? You know? I mean, why do they all want it? If a certain state doesn't want it, if more of the people in that state does not want it, they should have the right to choose not to want it. They should have the right to choose to make it illegal or legal. They should have the right to choose. But you never give them the right to choose. You always say, oh, no. Nationally, everything has to be legalized nationally. Or everything has to be what the Democrats want nationally. The Democrats and the extreme liberals are like spoiled children. Every time they don't get their way, they start kicking, screaming. And you know what? In 2020, summer of 2020, the summer of love, they start doing stuff like looting and burning down cities. That's exactly what they do. And they do this for the love of democracy. They don't know what democracy is. They go for socialism and they go for socialism and they go for communism. They don't know what democracy is. That's not democracy. That's not what we fought for. We're a Democrat republic. Anyway, it's just so stupid. These people, and to tell you the truth, the whole truth is this. This is not really an issue of this is not really an issue of a woman's right to choose whether she has an abortion or not. This is more of an issue of how much money big abortion is going to make. It's so funny how the Democrats and the socialists, they always talk about big oil and big this, big that, big government, big Disney, big this. But they never talk about the multi-billion-dollar corporation, which is abortion, which is Planned Parenthood. They never talk about that. Because they don't want you to know about that. They don't want you to know about how much they're making. For history. So basically, there's a song from the musical 1776. And this musical says, from molasses to rum to slaves. Basically, Edward Rutledge of South Carolina was making an argument for slavery against the idea to abolish slavery in the Declaration of Independence. He said that song. The song was sung saying molasses to rum to slaves, calling the North on their hypocrisy for making money off of slavery. And that's the reason why. That's how they make money. That's how the government made money back in the 1700s. Through molasses, rums, and slaves. That's what it was. And now, guess what? Slavery, thank God, is abolished. I'm against slavery. I can't stand it. I don't like it. It's horrible. But here's one of the things I do not like, is the fact that you're making billions of dollars off of dead babies, off of dead children. That's the whole point. It's sick. And Anna Kasparian wants to talk about her right, her body, her choice. My ass. My ass. It's not your right. When the baby is conceived, it's the baby's body. The baby has a body formed in the mother's womb. It's not right. It's not right for a woman who is lascivious. For most lasciviousness women who have sex can't keep their legs crossed to constantly have abortions. Now, I do admit there are some times, like for example, if it's a rape or something like that, it's horrible. It's horrible, and they have the right to choose. But I'm telling you this right now, I believe that abortion is wrong. I believe it is immoral. However, a woman does have the right to choose whether she messes up her life. Okay, so in a certain extent, I'm pro-choice when it comes to a person's decision to muck up their life or not. I can't tell them what to do with their life. It's not my decision to tell a person what to do with their body and their life. But I can tell you this, I'm not going to fund it. I'm not going to pay for it. I'm not going to fund it. I'm not going to pay for it through the federal tax dollars. And that's what overturning Roe v. Wade is all about. To take the federal tax dollars away. If they're so concerned about keeping abortion legal and making billions of dollars, just have Hollywood fund them. Just have Hollywood. Have the Hollywood elite rich pay for it. Tax them. The socialists say they want to eat the rich. Well, eat the freaking celebrities. Do you know how much? You know how much Mark Zuckerberg is worth? Do you know how much Jeff Bezos is worth? How do you know how much most of these liberal Democrats are worth in Hollywood? They can have enough money to fund abortion for hundreds of years. For hundreds of years. But anyway, that's all I'm going to say. You can probably dox me or whatever the hell you want to do. You can go after me, whatever the hell you want to do. But somebody has to stand up against this bullshit. Someone has to make a stand. And this is ridiculous. And that's it. That's all I'm going to say about the issue.